I'm here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation. We've been around for 3 years and we've been building our foundations on solid rock. And now we're ready to expand our economy for the benefit of the world at large, but primarily for our own citizens. So who can be a citizen of the United States of the world, which is what we are? Anybody from any country, any continent. Yes, we recognize that people can join us no matter where they're from, any country, continent, whatever background they have, any color, class, creed, gender, financial status, educational level. None of it matters. We're a non-separatist organization. It means we don't separate people into pigeonholes. We just treat everybody as a member of the human race, created in God's image, everybody unique, having something unique to offer our community, and so of equal value to everybody else. With that said, we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And I'll be heading there right now because that is where we see most of the comments. I've lost my cursor just a second. Here we go. That is where we see most of the comments, but we've got one comment in already from Lewis in YouTube, who is usually top of our comments list. He is also not just from YouTube, but he's from Portugal. And so welcome to Lewis and everybody else. Where are we? Let's get to Facebook. When Facebook resolves for me, I'll be looking for the group We Share Abundance Publicly. And when that comes up, I will be looking for the 5th of April, 2023. Wow, time flies. I'm going to make sure my speakers are off. And then I'm going to the little link panel. Okay, so we're all ready and set to go. Yeah, anybody can join our community. There's no fee to join. Just bring a positive mental attitude, a willingness to share love and abundance, and you'll fit in really well. It's a place where people come to enjoy the peace and companionship. We have our Facebook group, We Share Publicly, and it's just lovely to get together with everybody. We've got Norman in from Doncaster, UK, and we teach here how to find true happiness in life. Permanent happiness, not just like the temporary pleasure you get from buying a new car or moving into a new house or being on vacation or any of these things. Permanent, lasting happiness, so that you're always filled with that joy. And you can't buy that. Don't matter how much money you've got, you can't buy it. There are people that have more money than they can ever spend, and they're still searching for something. I need more of something, more something. What is it I need? They don't know, they don't understand that true happiness comes from loving service to others. Doesn't matter how much you've got, how much power, how much property, how many relationships, how good things are in that way. True, lasting happiness only comes through loving service to others. And the great thing about that is, as you expand your life in that way, through loving service to others, everything else you want in life will automatically flow to you. And we have a little prayer that helps us with that. And we have a little affirmation that helps us with our non-separatist ideology as well. And we'll be starting with those in just a moment. We've got Richard in from Devon, not far away from me. He'll be enjoying the rainy, cooler. Oh, no, I don't know. I don't know whether it's much colder. It's pretty much the same temperature, but it's just grey and drizzly today, a bit like Manchester, where I was born and raised, Manchester, England. We've got Tim Stoker in from Hamburg. Hi there, Tim. Long time no see, but lovely to have you with us. Okay. Um, right. What time is it? 6 minutes in. We will get started right now with our short prayer and then our affirmation, and then we'll get on to the business side of things, letting you know where we're up to with developments and negotiations and everything else that's going on, and of course, how we're getting on in helping people to find extra income in their lives. We promote multiple income streams because it's the best way to go. It gives you that insurance, if you like. It doesn't matter if one income stream disappears if you've got 10 income streams. Okay, you don't want to lose the income stream, but it's not disaster. You can always rely on the other 9 and replace the 10th and build it up to 20. It's the logical, good way to grow your income. If you concentrate on just one income stream and that falls foul for whatever reason, no matter how stable you thought it was, then it can be disaster. You can be from a luxury house and comfort out on the street. Okay, so let's have our little short prayer. Uh, we've got Rosina in from Edinburgh, in Scotland, and we've got Andrew from the other side of the world from us here in New Zealand saying good morning. It's what day? It's Thursday morning there. I think it's Wednesday here today. Yeah, it's Wednesday here today. Thursday in New Zealand. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're from. Let's get started with that short prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we're so happy and grateful for you. We ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, that through that love each member finds the joy of service, and through service bless each member, that they attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And the affirmation, we are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay. And we've got Deborah in from Southern Alabama, USA as well. And here we go. Where are we up to? Let's start with Devyani. Devyani and I spent quite a long time this morning discussing various things, and also we got into a discussion which lasted quite a while with a team that we're probably going to go with. It's not cut and dried yet for the Fun Miracles site for the trivia game that we are going to introduce. It'll be the first of many games, but it's a games site, fun games, not like the video games where you go around shooting people and things like that. No, no, no. We want fun games, educational games, things that are wonderful to play. Compete against your family, compete against fellow members, compete against someone else who just happens to want to play a game and find out whether they can beat your score. And if you win 7 games consecutively, you can win over $30,000. Win one game, you're going to win a prize, but the prizes go progressively the more consecutive games you win, right up to 7 games, and then that's the end of that run for you, and you can start again and do it again. Okay. So that site, we spend a long time with them. We've had a proposal from them, and it's like the proposal you usually get, in all honesty. It doesn't really get into depth, doesn't cover everything. They want you to sign it, it protects them, it gives you no protection, and it doesn't really lay everything out as exactly you want it. So we went through it in detail, explaining what we wanted in terms of different clauses and what we needed exactly, clarifying one or two points, making sure that they understood that the game had to be available on both computer, tablet, and phone. Um, we don't need apps. We just need a web-based game, but that automatically scales in the right way for whatever medium you're using to play the game. Um, so all these things, and of course, it's got to be attractive. It's got to be something that people come along and say, "Oh, this looks fun," and get involved in and enjoy it. And even if they don't get any questions right, they still enjoy the experience and say, "Okay, let's have another go." Right. So that's what we are in the process of getting done. They say it took quite a long time. We we now have. I mean, they said, "Well, okay, give us some time to go through and amend the proposal in the way that covers all these things." So we're now waiting for them to come back with that proposal. I'm pretty happy that they are capable of doing what we want, but we have to make sure it has to be down in black and white. If you don't have it down in black and white with development companies, um, you're going to struggle because they'll do what they think is okay and things that they've done before that other people have been happy with, but it's not necessarily what you want. So we spent quite a while with them today. So we're at a stage where they're going to submit another proposal. With it being Wednesday today, it's probably going to be next week before we get that proposal in, because it has to cover all the points that I went through. I went through their proposal line by line with them, and so there we go. So that's where we are with them. We do have a meeting with another group of people as well, but I think the group we met today are my favourites so far. We'll just have to wait and see. Um, right, what else? Um, ROI tips, and their campaign, that is all just going ahead. We just have to wait and make sure that they've got everything they need from us, and we'll get that going as soon as we possibly can. Um, it's not something I can do very easily on my own. It would take me a long time to learn the skills that they have in advertising in Facebook, which is a great place to advertise if you really know what you're doing. But I don't. I've had a go at Facebook advertising in the past. I've had one very successful campaign, but it's very, very easy, even with when you think you're following all the rules, to get your account shut down. Um, and the way that it's scaled, and the pictures and the images you use, and everything else have got to be in line with their thinking to make sure that what you've got is sustainable and ongoing, and you've got to be able to hit your target audience really well. And that's where they come in. That's where their expertise is. Um, so it's making sure that what I've given them, they can fit into that pattern. And when they hit something that is not 100% sure, it's got to be changed. We've got to be 100% right. So it's a bit of a process, more than I had hoped, but we will get there. Okay. We'll get there as soon as we possibly can, and that will be a great boost for everybody throughout the whole community. um, from a point of view of um, income. Every business, every individual, every country needs income, because the income is translated into whatever you need for the survival and comfort of the individual or the business or the nation. Um, on an individual basis, you need income to make sure that you've got food and shelter as just basics, and you have to build on that to become um, a wealthier nation, not in creating wealth for the top few people in the country, the king and queen or the president or the government or whatever. It's got to be good policy to make sure that everybody has a really good chance of getting everything that they want and need in life. And that is the essence of a good country, and that is the essence of our mission and our goals. And and so the marketing campaign for the Turnkey Cash Cow program will produce large chunks of income for us, as will the games site, as will everything else we do. And the more people that get behind everything we do, the better it will be. The faster we will move, and the happier our community will become. So, so that's it. But we also have multiple income streams. As I said, that is the logical and safe way to build your personal income. You don't want to be relying on one source, even if that one source is We Share Abundance, and you say, "I know this is going to be around for generations to come. I'm happy with it. It's safe," which we all believe is correct at this moment in time. But one never knows what's going to happen. There might come some legislation that says you're not allowed to operate in this way, and we've got to change everything. And while we're changing things, that income could be lost. Well, you never know what's going to happen. So if you've got multiple income streams, it doesn't matter. And no matter how good a company looks, how sound and secure, how big they are, who's behind them, doesn't matter. They are all uh, an element of risk. So we encourage multiple income streams, and we've got some passive income streams, and they're all doing pretty well. I'll be honest with you. I'm very happy with the ones we've got. We've caught a cold with a few since we've introduced this policy, um, and we've lost money, but we don't need many to succeed to replace the lost income, because we have a policy of never putting in more than we can afford to lose. We don't want to lose it in any case. We know that. But if you can afford to lose, let's suppose you've got $100 and you've got $10 in 10 different opportunities, and you lose to three of them. You've lost $30, but you could afford to lose that $30. You didn't want to lose it, but you're down to $70. But then opportunity number four starts making money, and it makes you $50. So you've replaced that $30 you've lost, and you're already in profit. And that's the basis. We know. We knew when we started that we would have some situations where there would be losses, and we have to just work on the ones that we feel are good, and hope that we can generate the income to overcome any of those losses. And what we've got going now seems to be doing well. Whenever you've got something that pays really, really, really well, high returns in short period of time, you've got a higher risk. That is always the case. And we've got one at the moment which is doing really well. It's called Double Up. and all our members are doing well with it. Um, you have a minimum that you can get involved with of $100. If you can't afford to lose $100, don't get involved. If you can afford to lose $100, you're only at risk with $100 for 7 days because you get $50 back at the end of 7 days. But at the end of 14 days, your risk has gone completely because you've got another $50 back. And then weeks 3 and 4, you get another $50 on each of those weeks. So you've got a return of $200 for the $100 you put in. Take your $100 out. Now you're safe. You've got your $100 back. You can't lose money. Put your the other 100, your profit back in, which is their money. It's free money. You're now in, clear and free. And when that doubles, you've got $100 profit stacked up there. Put your $100 back in again. Make another $100, and you can put more in as you go along because you're playing with their money, and you can build that up and you can compound it. And that's what we're doing, and I'm seeing members doing that, and it's working really well. It's an unusual way that they do business. It's not complicated, but it's unusual. And so until you understand and you get used to the system, you can fall foul of it a little bit. You can you can miss getting your returns on time, or you can miss getting your deposit acknowledged quickly. All sorts of little things, but it doesn't matter because it all gets put right. And if you learn how to do it right in the first place, as I say, it's not difficult, it's just different, then things tend to go smoothly. And so once you're through that first learning period, you've got your first deposit in and you've got your money out, you know exactly what's happening and how to do it. And it's working very well. We've been involved in it for I think about, well, certainly over 2 weeks, about 3 weeks now. Most of our members are now getting beyond the point of breaking even. They're getting into profit, and so that's a good program. I sent out another little message about it today. There's a saying we have in England, and probably in other places in the world um, where the English have travelled to in the past. And it says, "Make hay while the sun shines," and that's just simply taking advantage of the good things that are around while they're around. And this is a good thing that's around. How long will it be around? Nobody knows. Nobody knows how long Herbalife will be around. Nobody knows how long Shackley will be around, even though they've been around for probably getting on for 100 years now. I think it was 1928 they started. They were one of the first, if not the first, multi-level marketing plan, Shackley. I think they're still around under that name. I'm not absolutely certain. But even if they're not, they lasted a long time. Let's hope that the plans that we're in last a long time. The longer they last, the more profits we'll make, because as we're compounding, the profits grow and grow and grow. So we've got that double up, and it's a really good opportunity to take at the moment. Is there a risk? Yeah, I told you what the risk is. And that, if you put in $100, or whether you put in $1,000, or the maximum of $8,000 that you can put in on a daily basis, the time that you're at risk is the same. Okay, you're risking more money, but if you can afford to risk that money, that's okay. Don't get into borrowing money or spending your rent money or the money that you're going to put the deposit on your house with or anything like that. You know, get get serious but get serious responsibly. Okay, we also have AAS, which is another program that's going really, really well. They pay 1.65% per day, but they have a 10-day period. Usually it's a 10-day period where they boost your income. And so you get an average usually in a month of round about 2% per day. And that's really good. And you can compound that daily as long as you've got over $50 in income, because $50, well, you need $51 to make a withdrawal. There's a $1 withdrawal fee. So you get $50 out, and that is the minimum. And then you can put that back in. There's no automatic compounding or anything in it at the moment. Whether they introduce that or not is in their hands. Um, but if you compound that once again, you can build that to a state where it's going to make you a very strong income in a relatively short period of time. You can start with $20. If you start with $20, it's going to take you longer to build it up into a retirement income. If you start with $200, it's going to take you less time. If you start with $2,000, it's going to take you less time. But you've got to remember that you're at risk, even at 2% per day, compounded. It's going to take you, even if you're making $50 a day so that you can compound from day one, it's going to take you a little bit over a month to just get to break even point. And if you're only compounding every 2 days, it's going to take you a couple of months, So once again, you're at risk a little bit. But they had a big pre-launch beta testing period of over 6 months, I believe. I wasn't involved in it. They actually launched officially on the beginning at the beginning of January this year. So they've been going 3 months now, and everything is working really well. How long will they go on for? Nobody knows. Okay. Once again, it's one of those things. We have also CoinMarketBall, which has not been around that long either, but that is doing really well. That's paying 1.2% per day. That compounding is pretty easy there. You only need $15 to compound in that. We have Vortic, where you can get involved for just $50. Really, really, really solid blue chip program. And once again, you need $50 to compound in Vortic. So if you're starting with $50, it takes you a while to get up to being able to compound, but you get there. The more you can put in, the faster you can grow your pot and so your income. For example, if you can put in $10,000, and we've got some people that have put in $10,000 into Vortic, in 34 weeks, you can retire on $5,000 a month. So, it's not that long, 34 weeks. You're looking at less than 9 months to retirement on over 5,000 a month, and it quickly grows to 10,000 a month, and it goes beyond there into 20,000 a month very, very fast within the year, I think. So I can't remember exactly, but I've done a spreadsheet on it, and it is available. But that is a very, very solid program. I love the program. I love the guy behind it, and that is another one. That's 4 of them covered. We've got Beyond Infinity. That's only $15 if you join with the We Share Abundance admin link, because we make a gross $40 commission. I say gross because there are fees and things attached to it. And so we give you $35 back. So it's just a one-time $15 for you to get involved in that. If you're totally passive, it's going to take you quite a while, a number of years before you're drawing any income. But once you start drawing income, it starts to grow every week. And once again, that grows. For $15, it's a bit of a no-brainer. Most people can afford $15. Not everybody, but most people can. Okay, those are our top five, really. We've got a new one which we're in called Invertix or something like that. Um, and that's doing pretty well. I've not promoted that at all the last couple of days. Let me find it. Um, I'm not exactly sure where we are with it. As I say, I've not promoted it really for the past couple of days, but we've been in it for about 4 or 5 days now, and we have made a referral income of $331.27. It's a program that is totally free to join, and they give you $25 that you can invest. And you can invest it at, it's just a little under 1% per day for 45 days. I think from memory, you'd have to check my videos to make sure that I'm not getting the wrong figures. But we've earned $331.27. You only get 5 cents for everybody that you refer. We've referred 619 people. Okay, so how do we get that to $331.27? Because 619 times 5 cents doesn't come to that sum. If people choose to increase the amount that they are depositing and so get a higher interest rate, you can get 2.5% per day if you put in, I think it's $150 minimum to get that rate. Then then you're earning passive income at a much higher level. 2.5% per day is amazing. Um, and if some people upgrade, then you get, I think it's 15% commission on the upgrades that they make. We've got 17 people that have upgraded out of that 619, and that's pushed the income up to that $331.27. And we have actually been paid withdrawals of, and this is funny, $331.91. So I don't know where the other 64 cents has come from. Those two figures don't gel, but that's from the website. I'm just reading it off our website. And those withdrawals are automatic. They paid them automatically into your external account, your wallet with Coinbase or Binance or Atomic or Exodus or wherever you keep your crypto. They send it to you in the crypto of your choice. Um, and there are lots of them to choose from, and it just gets put into your account automatically every every day, sometimes more than once a day. I know I've had them more than once a day sometimes. But we've had $331.91 paid into our account. As I say, I'm not quite sure why there's a 64-cent difference, but that is it. And we've also got $265 working for us at 2.5%. And we've made $31.78 passive income with that in the 4 or 5 days we've been involved. Okay, so it's a plan that's really good, and it's very easy to promote because who doesn't want to be given $25 totally free to get started in investment? It's its evidence is there in that we've had 619 people join us in this program. Um, Usually, we promote a program and we might get 20 or 30 people joining us. Sometimes we get a good trouble, we've got 100 people or maybe 200. To get 600 is really exceptional. We have a group in Telegram where we um, answer technical questions on any of the passive income plans that we've got. And I'm just going to have a look now and see how many people are in that group. That group's been going a little bit longer than we've been involved in that Invertic program, and we've got 215 members in there. So that's what we, 215 members, and not all of those will be active in any of the plans, but most of them will be in one plan at least. And so that is an indication of how easy it is to promote that one, giving away $25. I've lost Facebook now. Here we go, back there. Right, we've got Kingsley in as well from Manchester as well. I've been talking Manchester, UK. He's probably experiencing the same weather as us, grey and drizzly. Okay. We also have, of course, our in-house passive programs. We've got two of them. Not sure what we're going to call them ultimately, but one of them is called Stable Stake. That is $100. That's it. You can't pay more, you can't pay less, and it'll pay you 20% per month for a year, and then it'll pay you a bonus of up to $200, so you can make $440 in a year for $100. And from the end of the year, you make $50 a month for life. So that's a good program. And we have another staking program, which we call secondary staking. At the moment, that's what we call it. And that you can get involved in for $25, and that can pay you up to 20% per month on your stake out of pocket. And that also has benefits at the end of every year, vastly increasing the return that you get over the year. In the year one, it's a nice amount. Year two, it's a bigger amount. Year three, it's even bigger, and so on. And that goes for 5 years. And at the end of 5 years, that plan ends. The stable stake is there just forever. It's paying out $50 a month. There will potentially be bonuses in that, depending on how well our investments do that we use and that we are involved in, that cover our costs. We do our own trading and various other things as well. Okay, I think that pretty much covers what I've got for you today. Everything is moving forward. We are always headed in the right direction. Sometimes we're battling headwinds. Sometimes we feel like we've got a following wind. Sometimes we're perhaps in the doldrums a little bit, don't seem to be moving very much at all. It's hard work to get anywhere. But we are always moving in the right direction. We are headed on uncharted waters for the land of abundance, the land of Eden, the safe harbor of abundance, in the land of the new Eden, where you will find true happiness. Okay, I think that covers it from me. I can't see any questions in the Facebook group. I'm going to check in the Melon app, which is the app we use to stream, and we'll have a look and see if there's anything that we need to say. Lewis from Portugal was in there very early on. I can't see any more questions there. I know Lewis has put questions in the past, and they've been okay. We've seen them, but the last couple of times he's had questions, they've cropped up for whatever reason. I don't know. So he's contacted me individually saying, I tried to put this question in and it didn't come through. I don't understand why. I don't know why, and I don't suppose he does either. But we get it sorted out. Okay. So that's it. No questions extra in there. Things are going really well. Get yourself a little bit of money together. The least you need to get involved in any of our programs, I think, any of these passive income plans, well, you can get involved in that Invertic or whatever it's called, totally free. So you get involved in that anyway. But I think $20 is probably the least that you can get involved with for any of the other plans, and that would be AAS. Great plan. But $20, it's going to take you a while to just build that up to a point where you can be um, compounding it, because you can't compound with less than $50, and it's going to take you a few months, a couple of months, 2 to 3 months probably, to get that $50, and then you've got that $50 you can put back in, so you then have $70, and things will move a lot faster once you're up to $70, and once you get to $120, they'll move a lot faster still. You've got to have patience, you've got to have persistence, and you've got to pray that these opportunities stick around for 12 to 18 months as a minimum. If they stick around for 12 to 18 months, just one will cover all your losses for any others. And that is why we have multiple income streams. We've got a lot of them. We've got about 20 different plans that you can join in our multiple income streams in the dashboard of We Share Abundance. But I've talked about 5 of the passive ones here today, or six now I think I've talked about. So there you go. That's it from me. I'll be here same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance At 8 o'clock today, there is a webinar from Avazu, which is something where we've been very blessed. They've given a lot of our members, in fact, they would have given every one of our members a free ticket. A lot of our members just didn't take the offer up for whatever reason. A $100 raffle ticket to potentially win you up to $1 billion. If you want a ticket now, you've got to buy them. They range from $20 upwards. But they have a reward scheme, and they'll be talking about that today. That starts at 8 o'clock. So it's good that we're finishing now. Give you a chance to get a cup of tea and or a bottle of beer and a can of popcorn or whatever to watch the next movie. Okay. Until tomorrow, same time, same place, 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, or in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. I'm free to say, and I'll see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. Share some love and abundance. Be with the warriors. Get out there. You will find true happiness the more you do. God bless you all. See you later, alligator.